All right, so I'm about to go over the 12-8 practice. This is one where you need to challenge yourself to, if you're a little confused, to try to get most of them yourself, and then just come check back, kind of thing. All right, so the idea here on the first page is you're taking each one of these little things, like this circle right here, is it -5? So you start with the x-axis, right? X comes 4y. You go from the origin to -5, and then it goes up to 4. So you see it's -5, +4. Okay. So the hexagon, then, that's the six-sided shape right here. It's going to be at -3, +6. Okay, so we went -3, and we're on x is -3, and we're going up to +6. So that's -3, +6. Okay. Here's the answers right here, by the way. I'm going to kind of go through most of them, though. All right, the fish here is going to be at +2, -5. There's a right triangle, this one right here, at 6, +2. There is a crab right here at -2x, +2y. Okay, and then square is at 3, 6. The frog is at -6, -6. The pentagon is at 5, -1. The equilateral triangle is at -5, -3. And the snail is at 6, -3. Okay, so just double check those answers. All right, the second page, similar, all right, idea. All right, so just looking at a few of them here. Here, the seahorse is at -7, -2. All right, the starfish is at 4, -5. Notice the crab is at 5, 0, because it's 5 right, but then it doesn't go up or down. So 5, 0. The sand pail here is -6, 1. Okay, so just take note of these right here. Here's the answers on that. Okay, make sure these make sense to you. The deal with this is, but I figure if we did a couple of days of practice on this, then you would know if you need to ask me for some additional help. Okay, so that's the second page. All right, then the third one is Chloe loves dogs, so I was like, this would be a good one to do. All right, so um, on this one, you're writing the coordinates of the face. Okay, and so for A, for example, it's at 2, 5. Then B is at 4, 4. And then when you get down to F here, it's at -1, -3. And these parts in the middle don't really have coordinates. Okay, so that's your answers for this one here. And then it wants you to draw your own face of some sort and then put your coordinates. Okay, so I'll be looking at those. Just kind of make sure they basically match there. So that's what you're doing on the third page, and you make sure that obviously you turn in this graph part where I can see your graph, and the rest of them that you have them by the section, because I put part 1, part 2, part 3, so that you could do the letters that way, or whatever the name of the shape was, or something like that. But hopefully this kind of gives you you know, being able to take your graphing down into the other quadrants other than quadrant 1. And then we're going to do some other things with those too. But just before you can do anything else with coordinate graphing, you got to make sure that you know how to read them, you know how to plot the points and so forth. All right. So make sure you get that turned in.